household needs to become resilient. Each household needs to do some of their own planting and bartering in the neighborhood. Each household needs to go back to the old days where you keep a few chickens, the cows, a few sheep, a few things to be able to help yourself. You will never offset all of your needs, but you will at least be able to minimize the extent to which the increased cost in food is affecting your household. And if you are, for example, accustomed spending $300 every 2 weeks on food, and it's now gone to because of inflation, it's gone up like 15-20% to $360. How can you offset that $60 that you now have? What are the goods in that basket of goods that you could grow between you and your neighbors, or you and your family, or you and your church, to be able to offset that increase? We do not live in a world by ourselves, and therefore we have to be conscious of it. The other reality is that the pandemic also slowed us down on some of the structural reforms. We were able to do quite a few, but as you know, there's still a few outstanding. I announced in the budget what we have to do with respect to public sector pensions, but we're going to have a broader discussion nationally on pensions for everyone. And that, quite frankly, is also locked into the fact that the country is underpopulated. And the reports are showing that our population is declining, as well as our labor force has started the trend of declining. And we have all the attributes of a developed country without being a developed country with respect to demographics. So these are the difficult discussions the country will continue to have later this year as to what we do at the end of this program, which comes to an end on the 30th of September. Those are the discussions that we will start once this missions report passes the board in the end of June. From July, we'll start discussing, will we have a successor program? If so, what type of successor program? Will we go it on our own? Is it time, is it right to go on your own when interest rates are rising globally? Or do you stay with the comfort of concessional interest rates by having a program and working closely with the other regional development banks and international financial institutions, especially given our vulnerability to climate, and especially given the fact that COVID, even though reduced, is still very much with us. Reduced in terms of severity, even though not numbers. And there's a sense in which the world looks too much like it did 100 years ago, as I keep saying. And therefore, if we look at the geopolitical instability that is there, we have to see how best do we build on what we have from the last 4 years, while at the same time starting to build confidence globally that Barbados is looking different, functioning different, feeling different. I think we are going to still go with a roadshow in September to start to tell our story to the capital markets, because whether we go back into an IMF program or not, we believe that our story, which is a credible story, has to be told in order to be able to start to boost back and get our way back to investment grade, which we had hoped to be much further along had we not had the intervention of the pandemic, as I said, and the climate crisis. So that's